This is Dodging Death with Stephen Williams Jr. and Ryan Patton.
Hello, fellas.
Hello, Stephen.
You said that with a very heavy sigh there, Ryan.
This is 2 of 3 in a week for Ryan.
Yeah, we're nervous about a sudden hiatus again. So stacking them high.
I'm sick of this shit.
To be fair, though, the listeners have been saying that for weeks.
No.
Oh, I thought you had more to say on that.
No.
You're just confident in
I was
the
going to
content.
reference our Ugandan listeners again, but I thought it was a bit, I don't want to be too keen.
No.
To try and get them back. It was a bit desperate to mention them again. So that's why I just went, no. And then there was just that silence. Put the mic down and walked out. Yeah. No, shall I mention the Ugandans? No.
Yeah, it's as if you forgot dead air is not a good thing.
Silence on radio just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's because we're not filming this one. No, I thought
we're not.
Maybe.
We're back in the very dark REM room.
Yeah.
Thank God, because it's
Yeah.
absolutely roasting.
Yeah,
so
we can
is.
kind of hear
We've been
someone
able to-
butchering Mr. Brightside, which is
we've been able to
is a-
strip down naked as well.
Steady on, Paul.
providing a good backdrop to Dodging Death at the moment.
And Paul, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. The first one since the Andy Hamilton wedding.
Well, did you listen
prior.
to our previous episode with Josh?
Yeah, I listened.
No, he didn't even miss it in the 2 month break.
No.
He was like, "Oh, we're still doing that."
Andy Hamilton's now divorced and everything. Been that long since I've been here. Remarried.
At least you have a new wedding to go to.
True.
Sophie's finally happy. Yeah, so have you been anywhere interesting while I've been away?
Oh well, I did tell a few stories in the previous one, Paul, but you know what? I'm always about somewhere, always flying. Actually, having just flown back into Manchester, the plane started applauding the pilot when we landed, and it really annoyed. I thought, no one's applauding me for my. Doesn't really work with me, but for most people.
You should be the only one to get the applause.
Yeah. I took a bow.
Yeah, you're so oblivious. They must have seen my show.
I do still have DVDs to sale if anybody's interested. You can learn magic.
Listen to our podcast.
I've been used to speaker. Oh, you may know this voice from a fire alarm in Thailand.
Oh, and a reference to another episode.
Oh, yeah.
I was on that episode though.
That's
so.
true. That is true. Although we weren't very slick in the other one, were we, Ryan?
No.
It was tough getting back into the swing of it, Paul.
Yeah. It took a good old while.
It did.
Yeah.
I'm sure the listeners noticed.
Yeah.
So.
I'm still getting back to grips with it, as you can tell from the sustained silence after. No. While you just glared at me. What's the airline that plays like a Jess Glynn song at the end?
Jet 2?
It's Jet 2.
That's the worst airline to fly with.
Is that because of the song?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, no.
apart from Thomas Cook, which
Ryanair play like the
yeah, when it lands on time.
On
Oh,
time
yeah.
Ryanair flights.
yeah.
Which you very rarely hear.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite funny when it's just silence at the end. It's like the pilot looks at the clock and goes, no. Shall we play it? No.
I had to book a Ryanair flight the other day, and it was the flight was to Krakow, so the flight was £80.
Okay.
Booked a flight for £80. Then, do you want to select your seat? Oh, you have to do priority baggage.
Yeah.
£20 each way.
Why did you choose priority baggage?
Because
You've got to now.
You've got to now.
What
Yeah.
That
do you
gets you,
mean?
otherwise, you'd only get like a women's handbag. To take a carry-on bag, you need to
Which
priority.
Paul obviously needs something in addition to his woman's
To it for my
handbag.
women's handbag, obviously. Or my satchel.
Yeah, you're
fooling nobody there.
You're
Paul.
only guaranteed something that can fit under the seat in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So just a way to get a bit more. Of
course it
That
is.
was £20 each. Then select your seats.
Well, I'll tell you what you do get on the baggage in front of you. These discount flights are awash in fake Louis Vuitton bags.
Yeah. I believe you said Louis Vuitton there, but you sort of stopped enunciating, so it just turned to Louis.
Yeah, because that's how they spell the fake ones.
Yeah, your mouth just remains open.
Very THG. Which I'm wearing none of today before you criticise me.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
no false products.
No false.
Oh yeah, that does like a real Adidas logo. I was checking to see there was 3.
So it was £20 each way for the bags.
Yeah.
So that took the price up to, I don't know how much. And then it was, if you wanted to get your confirmation via text message, £2.50
For a text.
for a text. The
God.
scam that is
You could
Ryan.
enter a This Morning competition for that. Win a caravan. With Alison Hammond in the back.
I'd much rather have the text message.
Yeah. I'll pay $2.50 for not having no Alison Hammond.
Get some Andy Peters behind the wheel.
Does everything have to be so loud, Alison Hammond? Still, though, with the Ryanair thing, despite it being like, I know that it's an absolute like sham of a company and, it is scamming you with everything. It's still incredibly cheap, though.
It is.
It's like,
even with the upsells.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. It's. No, I don't like it.
No.
Give me EasyJet. Sleazy Jet all day.
Well, it's you all over. That was your nickname in school. So did you end up booking it? Was it still the cheapest?
Yeah. It did still
Okay.
work out the cheapest price.
Yeah.
I price matched. I added everything up.
Did you?
Compared to the only way to get it
You're
cheaper
there
was
with your abacus working everything out.
if you flew out like with EasyJet and then flew back with Ryanair and flew out from Liverpool and back to Manchester, then boy, it wasn't worth the hassle for £2.50.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So I was happy to pay the.
did you pay the upgrade to sit by the person you're traveling with?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I refuse to do that.
Oh.
Yeah, I you don't need to be sitting next to the person you know for the.
Well, yeah, but it depends how long the flight is.
I know, but it's Ryanair though, so it'll only be.
That's true.
You're sure.
Yeah.
No long.
Not going to Bora Bora.
It wasn't me. I didn't book it for me. I was booking it for Sophie and Andy Hamilton.
Oh.
So Andy Hamilton insisted on it.
Oh.
So
Yeah. I knew he would.
there's no way he could go. He's only going to Krakow. There's no way he could go an hour and a half without the company of Sophie, his beloved wife.
No, I'm happy to be shoehorned in the middle of one of the rows somewhere.
Yeah.
They always give you the middle seat, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Absolute bastards.
Yeah.
When I booked it, he rang me. He said, "Have you booked it?" I said, "Jerry." He said, "Who are we going with?" Ryanair. And I was like,
Andy.
Andy Hamilton.
He's lost his opportunity to be on this show.
Although that could be a future feature.
Yeah.
You know what, to be fair, it's better than 60% of ours. And how has your week been, Ryan? Since I saw you a few days ago.
Well, I have exciting news.
Go on.
Yeah.
Are you pregnant?
Well, I have started doing musical theatre classes.
Have you?
But I don't want to make a song and dance about it.
Fucking hell.
Come on!
Oh my god.
Oh, have you just...
2 months off
Did
there,
you-
and I came up with that gag.
You prepared a gag
I
for
did,
us.
that I've seamlessly dropped into conversation.
Oh, I don't like the idea of you coming in with pre-prepared material.
You'll see next year 10 top jokes at the Fringe. Started doing musical theatre classes, but I don't want it more.
You can't even
say it.
I always stumble that part. I think
On the punchline.
on the punchline. Yeah, I probably need to reword it because it doesn't come off the tongue.
Okay, so I'm going to give you another opportunity here.
Mm-hmm.
So, what have you been up to this week, Ryan?
I have been doing totally. That was like a robot.
It's like Hugh Edwards is doing stand-up.
Yeah, that was like Liz Truss, wasn't it? That speech. Yeah. Pause for the laughter now.
And grimace. Okay, so I feel like you haven't really taken musical theatre lessons.
No,
That's a shame.
No, that was purely
Purely a bit.
It was purely a bit, a pre-prepared bit.
It does explain what you've got written on your hand now. Musical theatre. Song and dance. Okay, I've got this.
Yeah, and I only slightly fucked it up as well.
Yeah. That's why you shouldn't prepare.
I know,
I feel like
it's true,
The
it's
stress,
true.
the guilt,
It's true, yeah.
You should feel dirty for coming in plans. I actually have been taking piano lessons.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
Is this going to be a
no,
punchline?
no.
Oh, it was the pause. I was like, oh,
Brace
he's sucking me in.
no, I have. I've had about 4 lessons so far. But there's something incredibly tragic about playing When the Saints when you're 25.
What's the, is a Howl's Moving Castle something? What's that one?
Oh, God.
Sorry?
What?
What's the it's not called that. It used to be on an Alton Towers advert. Howl's Moving Castle is an animated film like that came out in the 2000s.
Are you all right, Ryan?
No, that was one of the other like the introductory piano songs.
You mean the classic songs?
Yeah, in the Something of the Night.
Give us a rendition of it.
I remember you being able to play it in year 8. That's why I remember.
He was pressing DJ.
Yeah, we were all on DJ mode, and you were all right at this. What I've called Howl's.
I was doing some Daniel Bedingfield in the corner.
Your falsetto was incredible as well. In the Hall of the Night.
Okay.
Something.
No, I don't know.
It was on the Alton Towers advert.
How does it go?
I
know it. Well, little do you know, Ryan, I was miming the keys and just doing that with my mouth.
Yeah, and you could also
I'm
play...
doing that with When the Saints as well.
Yeah, you could also play the difficult bit of Chopsticks as well.
Oh, that's
and
true.
you've sort of taught me the easier part.
Yeah. Are you seem lost with this conversation, Paul?
Yeah, this is when you were busy on DJ mode.
It just clicked to me that we haven't mentioned that we're not going visual.
Oh, we should mention that, actually.
I thought we had.
Have we?
Have we?
I think I said it.
No, we
Yeah, you might have said that off the air.
Oh, yeah, we did, because I said about
Oh,
sweat and we're all
Paul.
naked.
Yeah.
Oh, God, this has been a disaster of an
Yeah.
episode.
Paul,
this.
apologies,
Did I tell you that I've
everybody.
started doing musical theatre classes?
So, yeah, give me a few weeks and I'll play you a little song here on the show.
No.
Maybe that can be a feature, actually.
Oh, yeah, we can guess.
Guess.
yeah.
What could it be called? Stiano? No.
Okay, so well, one of the things actually, so I've always quite enjoyed the piano.
Yeah.
And I've taken lessons sporadically over the years, but this is like I really want to knuckle down with it. And I was on a ship a few weeks ago, and there was a dueling piano bar on board. I love a dueling piano bar. We've got some good Vegas memories of that. So I, wrote down a suggestion and put it in the bowl.
Yeah.
End of the night, my suggestion hadn't been used. So I was chatting to one of the pianists, and I said, "You never used my suggestion tonight." And he said, "Oh no, we actually have a set list, and we just act as if we're reading the suggestions. But we know what we're going to play. That's how they're able to get it sounding so good." And I thought, I've been duped by a dueling pianist.
Why is
Wesley?
This is why you never want to know how the trick's done.
Nothing in the world is
I imagine you would like to know how the trick is done to then be able to perform it.
Yeah, it's about time you was conned, actually.
I know.
The con artist was conned.
Yeah, but I think that's probably why it hurt me more. Because this is my line of work. I've been duped.
Do you think as a magician, you're better at calling people out on like when you are being conned?
Clearly not.
Yeah.
Well, before the dueling piano.
You know what though? My guard was down.
Yeah.
There it was. You know,
that's the way to do it. You disarm them.
Yeah.
And then they're vulnerable to being conned. This is your career.
So just let me get a notebook. I should write down these points.
Disarm the audience. Then you'll believe
audience.
anything. Ideally, be grieving.
Make yourself seem likeable.
Make sure they don't listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
That would be the first part.
Play lots of pop from the noughties. And then an emotional song.
Of course. Always end with Sweet Caroline.
I don't know, your act was so Benidorm.
Oh, I think we're back to the dueling piano.
No. This was you. Yeah. I don't think your show ends with Sweet
How am I
Caroline.
bringing in some early noughties pop? Like a bit of Spice Girls.
You do a bit. There's a few pop songs.
You know what? Yeah.
I remember a pop song with one of your routines.
Yeah, there is, but the way you pitch it like that, it sounds a little bit shit.
I know. Yeah.
This section may be getting cut. honestly, that is a thing. You ran the half marathon. I'm going to learn the piano.
Oh, yeah.
Paul, what are you going to learn?
Nothing at all.
There's no commitments again.
Absolutely
You,
nothing.
though, flaked on your earlier commitments.
Of Spanish?
Oh, Spanish, yeah.
Well,
I wanted to learn Spanish in the car while I was driving around.
Paul.
It's fucking hard.
This is genuinely, for the listener, organically gone into this week's sponsor.
What?
We've got a sponsor.
We do. So, I tried learning on a CD, and we spoke a while ago about Michelle Thomas.
Oh,
and
yeah,
how I
yeah,
struggled.
yeah.
Because it's really hard to
It's
retain.
so hard.
Well, how does this sound to you, Paul? The best way to learn a language is by immersing yourself in it. So ideally, move to Spain for 3 months.
Yeah.
It'd be great. How about this? Half an hour every day you chat to a native Spanish speaker.
Oh, where'd you meet one of them?
Well,
I thought you were going to say
Paul, you're asking all the right questions.
I thought you was going to say we were going to start recording in Spanish then.
oh, no. Well, maybe in a few weeks.
I see.
Because there is a wonderful service called Ripe. Now, it connects you with online Spanish speakers. It's 2019, Paul. And you arrange a half-hour Spanish lesson every single day for what works out roughly $100 a month.
That sounds excellent.
Paul, don't stop for our sponsor.
Oh, how fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds excellent.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are they offering us with the sponsor? Are you getting a free Spanish lesson?
No. They're giving Dodging Death listeners a 7-day free trial. You can try the service, and if you like it, carry on.
That's excellent. I have just Googled what Dodging Death is in Spanish.
Oh, go on.
Would you like to hear it?
I'd love to hear it. I want the authentic flair.
Yeah, it can't just be like the Scouse accent.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Esquivando la muerte.
Oh! We'll start doing a Spanish version.
Yeah. I mean, it won't get past Esquivando la muerte.
And do they know Nick Knowles?
I was going to say Nick Knowles' name. I called him Nicholas then. I was going to say his name like a Spanish. Yeah. What would the Spanish version of Nick Knowles be? What's Nick in Spanish?
Well, you don't change names.
No.
I know that, but like, what's like the Nicholas like the version? So like the way John is Juan.
No, I don't think
I think it's a different name.
No, but like, it's the Spanish equivalent.
No, I don't think there's John Juan relation.
Like the Juan is like a dead common name, but isn't that like the like sort of like their version of John?
Oh, I mean, I see
like,
what you're saying.
yeah.
Paul and Pablo.
Yeah.
Anyway, these are the questions you can
Michael
ask
Miguel.
your daily Spanish teacher.
Yes.
You've got a 7-day free trial. Go to spanish.dodgingdeathpodcast.com. Click the links. It's wonderful. And I'm going to start doing it, Paul. You can do it you can do it while you're driving. Have a like a phone call with this guy.
I could have a go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you will have a go with
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah,
I want more
optimistic
commitment. So Paul's commitment is you will learn Spanish.
Can we put the link on the Instagram page?
We will. It will be on the Instagram and our website, but it's spanish.dodgingdeathpodcast.com.
Oh.
I feel like we're wrapping up.
That's
I know.
fantastic. Good show, guys.
Okay, have you been up to anything else, Ryan, since I saw you? Anything like legitimate this time? I don't want...
Did I tell you I've been doing musical theatre classes? No, I don't want to make a big song and dance about it.
Oh, God.
That was better delivery. That was better.
It was.
That was better.
It was.
Yeah.
But I feel like knowing the punchline kind of ruined it a bit.
Yeah, but you see behind the... I said before, you don't want to see like how the trick's done to you, so I was about to say about, you see the joke developing, but no.
Okay, so I've done a few things while I was away on my various cruises, but I did have an incident.
Oh.
There's always some kind of incident that goes
That's
on.
what we want.
Well, there
Yeah,
is.
we do.
It's never what I want. In the moment,
Yeah.
I'm partly filled with like, oh God, it's happened again. Another part of me is like, oh, well, at least I've got content.
All in the name of
The
content.
worse the incident, the better. Like, the ship sinks is what we want. Like, Titanic Part 2.
Yeah. pursue the hijinks for the anecdote.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, I'm pushing her off that door. Bitch, please. I don't care that it's cold.
This hair was not made for -20 degrees, love.
I paid too much for this hair.
It clearly said on the leaf flick to keep warm. Keep it a warm, dry place.
Well, in my show, which you've seen, the music and the videos and everything, I'm secretly controlling myself from the stage.
Oh,
so because often the tech guys have never seen my show, it's too intense. So on my belt, I've got a secret button that I press. And that cues the music and the videos and everything, and the audience has got no idea it's happening. The only thing
until now.
Yeah. Why does he keep thumbing his belt?
Like a weird cowboy.
Well, you often stand, Ryan, with your hands on your hips.
I know, I do. That's my default pose.
In like a very I'm a teapot way.
Yeah, it's a very flamboyant default pose, really, isn't it? I don't know why. I am always a lord to the hips.
Well, if you were wearing my belt, all the lights would go out and some music would start.
One of the reasons why I can never be a magician.
And those thumbs.
But that could be the trick. There's sort of the illusion is the bendy back.
I mean, it's not that great a finish, though, is it?
I know, that's true.
So the only thing my system can't control is my headset mic. That's like the only thing.
Oh.
So the sound guy, I'm like, listen, at this point, turn my mic on and just leave it on for the rest of the show. That's all you have to do. And then at the end of the show, I leave, turn it off.
Yep.
So I was doing the show, fine. I left the stage, I get backstage and trip over one of like just the bits of equipment they've got by say. I go, bloody hell!
Oh no!
He leaves my mic on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a Gordon Brown.
I was Gordon Brown.
Now you have sympathy with Gordon Brown.
Yeah, I do. I was like, God, it's an easy mistake to make.
It can happen to us all.
Yeah.
You start berating an old woman.
Yeah, I was like, thank God I didn't leave and go, oh, miserable fuckers tonight.
Talk about a tough crowd. Houdini could walk in there and he get nothing. And how miserable bitch at the front. Head over the grey hair. And she stunk as well.
he's fucking back next week.
God knows how her husbands remain married to her.
But yeah, genuine sympathy with Gordon Brown.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
knew?
Yeah, you would have thought he was an idiot when that happened.
Yeah, I did. That's the kind of thing we would have mocked on the show.
Yeah.
Maybe if we did and he was in that audience, he'd start his own podcast and goes, I saw this magician.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's someone out there now who's been to your show, we record to podcast.
Oh,
who's now
maybe.
skitting you during
I'm
your
content.
I went to see this awful magician on a cruise ship. It was terrible. Rained for 2 weeks.
He thought he was controlling everything on his belt, and he thought he didn't notice.
But I think the batteries were running out because he had to keep pressing it.
And then when the song didn't come on, he started singing himself.
And on that same ship, this was a particularly high-end cruise ship.
Oh
yeah. We're talking your upper echelon. Here.
I imagine you revel in your
Oh God, I revel. Now this is the kind of ship where you can order caviar on room service.
Oh, for how much?
It's free of charge.
Oh,
Free of. I made the call. So I was like, it would be a shame not.
have you ever tried it before?
No.
Have you tried it?
I've never had caviar.
No,
Foie gras. Is that different to caviar?
Yeah, well, it's incredibly different.
Oh, is it? I know they're both like.
Is foie
fancy.
gras frog egg?
No.
Foie gras. It's very unethical the way
It is. I had it not knowing this.
Yeah. I mean,
foie gras is a goose liver, but they apologies everybody if you don't know this, but they stick a pipe into the goose's gullet and artificially fatten it up.
Yeah.
So that the it's really bad. You shouldn't have it. But
nice?
You know what? It felt so I didn't know what it was, and I ordered the foie gras, please.
The foie gras. Yeah. To be honest, if I had the option to have it, I would try it with the spice. I know it's unethical, but I would.
Ryan.
I actually was. I know.
I mean, I think I was like in Argentina with the ship was there.
Where was you?
Yeah.
In
Argentina.
Can I have another vowel, please, Carol? So yeah, and they like brought them in from land. Anyway, it was kind of like a soggy banana almost. It has weird texture. Caviar is fish eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I was very excited ordering it, and it comes. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. And like the room service, they put down a silver service tray. It was the works. Anyway, I picked up the caviar, got on the bed and started eating it. But then I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror and thought, I'm here in my underpants, sat on my bed alone. Eating caviar. What has happened to my life?
I think that's an excellent moment. I think I'd have looked at myself and smiled and be like, "Oh, you made it, Williams. We did it, boy. We did it."
Ignore the bloody hell instance. No. I was like, oh, I'm tragically having this alone at like 2 p.m. on a Tuesday.
But you're eating
in my pants.
You're eating caviar in bed though, which is also like the.
No.
I guess there
sort
is
of
a
the height.
decadence to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I think caviar should. I think I've never tried it, and probably well, I never would. But I think if you're gonna have it, you should be in like a nice setting with a nice glass of wine or a nice beer and nice company.
Yeah.
Not shit company in your undies.
Yeah, shit company myself in the mirror.
The worst possible. I've been in your company, and believe me.
I disagree with
Do
you.
you disagree?
I would revel in that moment, I think, yeah.
I don't know. It felt very on brand, but then I thought, oh, maybe this isn't the brand for me.
There's more about like.
Dodge and Death will have a U-turn next week.
Says more about the type of person you are, Ryan. Than
I know, yeah. Yeah, revealed a few things, haven't I? Yeah, that foie gras.
Yeah, even though I know how awful it is.
I know.
Keep it coming.
Wait, let me strip off first and find the mirror.
I only eat fancy foods in my boxes.
Also, you'll be sat on a goose feather mattress. Where, you know, the duvet is like, it's really taking the piss a bit, isn't it?
Go into my cupboard. There's a squirrel there. Where it's a scarf. A scarf? I never thought that. I don't think people don't wear squirrels as scarves, dude. That's not like one of the fox. Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Should have said a fox.
Yeah. Discover Steve for you. Did you know Hitler banned fox hunting because he thought it was cruel and immoral?
Oh.
That's where he had. That was Hitler's line.
He drew the line.
Yeah.
So the people who implemented that went, is he taking the piss? You won't believe what happened today.
It's like that. It's like
You know where he's been up to, right? He came in and said, "We need to do something about the foxes."
Well, one final thing. Having come back a few days ago, I saw a really nice clock, like an old school clock. I thought it might be quite nice in my room. So even though like my alarms, my phone and stuff, it just aesthetics more than anything.
Yeah, we don't need clocks anymore.
Yeah, we don't. We don't.
Or watches, really.
No, I wore a watch for quite some time with the battery had gone.
Oh,
But
yeah.
because I just
remember
wasn't looking at it for the time. It didn't matter.
Didn't have it. It
Oh,
had
yeah.
the stupid.
it had a swirly hand. You couldn't
Yeah.
even tell the time on it.
I thought it was quite.
You couldn't tell the time on that. one.
No.
Nah.
Partly because it didn't work. But also,
Which is always wrong.
We're not just revealing that we didn't like the watch now, are we? I'm sure we said at the time.
Oh, I thought at the time it was quite on.
At the
I
time,
was going to say on brand again, but we've established.
The brand needs to change.
Anyway, so I put up this clock and I was like very pleased with it. But as I was in bed last night, I could really hear the ticking of the seconds.
Oh, there's nothing worse.
Oh, nothing worse. And I'm like, I'll just ignore it. And I roll over and I'm just hearing this tick over and over. And I'm like, and I took it down. I thought, God, I've actually turned into Captain Hook. A crocodile's going to come any second here. I'm complaining about the noise to the kids next door.
Little fat man serving your caviar.
I appreciate a rhyme being there, though.
That was a blow. God, that watch comment you took to heart, didn't you?
I am going to move this along. Shall we go into the feature?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Because we have a wonderful host doing it today.
We do.
So what do I have to say again?
This is ridiculous.
Go on, tell us what it is, Ryan.
Well, today's feature, on Dodging Death, I am a big fan of 80s music.
Yes.
In particular, the duo Hall & Oates.
Oh, bangers.
Yes. So I thought I'd test your...
Rich Girl.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not just calling you that, right?
As someone who's never heard of Hall & Oates, I was thinking that's what was happening.
You know what? I started shouting Rich Girl on myself in the mirror with the caviar. Okay, go on.
Give me a rendition of Rich Girl.
Rich Girl's a bit like B-side, actually. But
it's still famous, though. You'll know.
You make my dreams?
Making my dreams come true. Yeah.
Have a rendition?
Manita.
Oh, yeah, no money.
Yeah. Hall & Oates.
Yeah, Hall & Oates. So I thought obviously Paul's knowledge is not
Not quite
good.
up to scratch.
But, I'm still going to test your knowledge of the duo anyway.
Okay.
In a feature I had to call Paul & Oates.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, so your name is included.
We get the
the
thing
but,
right.
Yeah. I'm sick of this ridicule.
Okay, so what's the aim of the game?
Well, I'm just going to ask you a series of questions relative to Hall & Oates, and you just have to answer them. It's away from...
Oh, God, I wish I had the camera because Steve's trying to take off his jacket here, right? And literally looks like he's having a mid-stroke.
Oh, it's really hot in here. So as you were explaining that
yeah.
I tried to take my jacket off, and I'm now just stuck.
Looks like he's in a straight jacket now.
Yeah, it's the least smooth thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm trying to explain the concept of this fucking feature while you're doing this weird shimmy.
My eyes are bulging.
You look stuck. Should I help him?
Are there any scissors in this room? Okay, so I was partly listening. There are...
So I'm asking you 3 questions.
Thanks, Paul.
3 questions
Take
based
his
on...
pants off for him now.
3 questions based on Hall & Oates, and
yeah.
You've got to get it correct. And if you get it correct, you might unlock a bonus round.
Oh, bonus round.
What if we don't get it correct, are we still having the bonus round?
I've wrote the bonus round, so the bonus round is happening. So are we ready for Paul & Oates?
Yes, we are.
Round 1.
Paul and Oates.
What are Hall & Oates' first names? So I don't know, they're a duo, Hall and Oates, Paul.
So I think I'm 99% sure it's John Oates.
Oh.
Well, I've got options.
Oh, okay.
Okay. One of the
Fingers crossed one is John.
one of the options is a bit of a gag.
Okay.
Oh,
is it better or worse in your musical theatre gag?
Worse,
Let's
because
see the
like
delivery.
I've said, best gag of the year is probably that musical theatre one. Yeah, definitely is. So
Okay.
it's probably second to that. So second best gag of the year.
Yep.
So Hall & Oates' first names. Is it Benny and Steve, Daryl and John, or Town and Overnight? Oh, come on.
No, Town Hall Overnight Oats.
Yes!
That's
That's quite good.
Thank you.
That's quite
Thank
good.
you. Clever. It was too clever for you. I'm absolutely wasted on this show. If I was hosting the Eggheads, they would have all got that.
No, you would have got a teeter.
Kevin would have been howling. I think it would have been enough to
Slashing his thigh.
that would have sent Daphne over the edge.
Right. But what about Scooby and Fred? Okay, so I'm going to say 100% it's Daryl and John.
Yep, I
you're-
thought that too.
Yeah.
I thought that before the options come up.
Well, that is correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Steve.
Yeah, that question I devised just purely for that Town and Overnight thing,
Okay.
which made me...
Was it worth it? Questionable.
Round 2. This is a true or false question.
Okay.
So Daryl and John met during a fight at university. Is that true or false?
I'm going to say true.
True, I think true.
Because I think he would have made up something a bit more, with a bit more substance to it.
I feel like that's something you would read.
But
like, you would
you'd read.
The way they harmonised, though, do you think it could have begun in such violence?
Well, you're not necessarily saying they're the ones fighting.
They were the ones fighting.
Oh.
I feel like he is saying they were the ones fighting.
No, I just thought they both happened to be,
No,
they stumbled upon Mayweather. So, okay, they were fighting. I'll still say yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say yeah.
True.
Yeah,
True.
Correct.
Yes.
You did.
Do
Would
you
you
happen
believe?
to know what they were fighting about?
No, they don't remember themselves. It was like sort of like a just a jock fight. Apparently, it was like between their fraternities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listening to their songs, neither of them seem like jocks.
I know. Yeah, that's what he said. It's something to do with like the
about the ladies.
No, just like whatever messages they make some sort of whatever the messages on their top said. That was the reason why.
Oh.
No great reason, but yeah.
Okay.
Started with a fight.
Over a fight.
And then they became the duo.
That's how us three met, wasn't it? Yeah. When he tried to steal Ryan's foie gras.
I do remember when Paul Coles used to have a bloody nose.
I did.
Oh, you did?
That was with a snowball.
Yeah. Was?
Well, it was a rock ball.
That just made me sound incredibly weak.
On brand. So 2 out of 2 so far.
Yes.
Yeah. So the round 3. So Hall & Oates had a hit in the 80s with the song Man-Eater.
Yes.
Which
Classic.
noughties pop sensation had a song with the same name?
Oh.
I think I know this before it's up.
Do you?
Oh, I've got options. There's no gagging them, so I'm not
I'm
going to
go Britney Spears.
Incorrect.
Oh, God.
Shall I go through the options?
Go on.
Is it A, Nelly Furtado?
Okay.
Is it B, Gwen Stefani? Or is it C, Fergie? As in Black Eyed Peas Fergie, not
the
Alex Ferguson.
Oh. Is there a royal Fergie as well?
Oh, there is, yeah.
There is, yeah.
Prince Andrew.
Okay, I feel like, Paul, we should take one each here. And
I'm still sticking with Britney Spears.
I'll go for first option was
Nelly Furtado.
I'll go for Nelly.
I was going to go Gwen.
What are we going for? This is to unlock the bonus round, by the way.
Oh, well,
we got to agree.
We were versing each other there.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm on board with what he's doing now. I like it. It's changed format. It kind of caught the host off guard. But, we'll go with it.
Okay.
And whoever gets it right gets to answer the bonus round.
Oh, excellent. Paul, you should host this. So you've gone A, Nelly Furtado.
Nelly?
You've gone B, Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
I can confirm the correct answer and the person who will be participating in the bonus round is Stephen Williams.
Yes.
It was A, Nelly Furtado.
Oh, Nelly's never let me down.
So I went from knowing it to getting it wrong twice.
Yeah, you were so confident. Do not go for the options.
I'm going to Google Britney Spears Man-Eater because I'm convinced.
Well, have I ever told the story on here about when I stayed in an Airbnb and the guy I was renting it from was writing a Britney Spears musical?
No.
Oh,
not that I know of it. Unless I forgot.
It's Britney Spears featuring Nelly Furtado.
Oh! No, it's not.
This changes everything.
It's Britney Spears featuring Nelly Furtado.
I trust Paul's sources here.
No, that was not. That also wasn't. That was it. That was.
Yeah, but
There can't be two Man-Eaters.
It's Nelly Furtado
featuring
no one. It's Man-Eater and Nelly Furtado. Man-Eater is a song by Canadian singer Nelly Furtado from her third studio album, Loose.
I've got it in front of me.
Where is there like a live version?
Britney Spears, Man-Eater by Nelly. Oh, it might have been written. By Nelly Furtado.
Yeah, she did.
Britney Spears.
Yeah, it was Britney Spears do a cover of the Nelly Furtado one.
Yeah, but
It's 100% a Nelly Furtado song.
was Nelly's version a cover of Hall & Oates'?
No, it was a different song.
Oh, different song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember him?
No, we'll listen to it after the show.
It's 100% Nelly Furtado.
Okay, well, back to my Britney Spears story. So I was staying in this Airbnb, and the guy whose place it was showing me in and said, listen, the place is yours, do whatever you want, but I've spent the past few months working on a Britney Spears musical. And on the wall here, and he showed me this wall, was a load of Post-it notes. He said, this is the structure of the show. Now, just do me a favour, do not mess with these Post-it notes. So, you know, I like scanned through the show, opened with, say, Toxic, end of Act 1. Britney shaves her head, you know. So he'd been working on this for months. About 3 weeks after I left the place, a Britney Spears musical was announced with someone else having done it.
Oh,
like the poor guy.
Yeah, that must have been crushing.
Oh,
that
crushing.
Was so crushing.
Yeah. And then I also thought, I wonder if someone else had stayed in that Airbnb. Well, that's a bloody good idea. That
stayed up all night. This is amazing.
The drama of the head shave. Okay, the bonus round.
Yeah, so you were correct with
Yes.
Nelly Furtado.
So I'm exempt from this round now.
Question the credibility of the show. So the bonus round removes Paul's name from the name of the feature, which I'm happy about. So in this round, you've got to guess whether it's Hall or Oates.
Oh,
So often the duo are together.
Did any of them go solo?
No, they didn't go solo, but it's just I'm going to give you a fact
Okay,
that relates to one of Hall or Oates, and you've got to identify
which of the two?
which of the two, whether it's Hall or Oates.
Okay,
So you ready for the bonus round?
I'm ready.
So one of the duo now host a property show.
Oh,
Is that Hall or Oates?
You know what? I reckon Daryl has some wonderful aesthetic sense about him, I reckon. So I'm going to go.
You going Daryl?
I'm going Daryl.
That is correct.
Oh,
The
yes.
show is called Daryl's Restoration Overhaul,
Oh.
which is an excellent name.
Also, it's a bit of a jibe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's purely for the name why he's gone into property hosting.
It is, yeah.
Unlike Dion Dublin, which is there's no reason why he's gone into it.
He does Homes Under the Hammer.
Yeah.
I don't know who this is.
Yeah, he was a striker in the 90s.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's now host Homes Under the Hammer.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
He broke his neck he fell off a horse.
Did he?
Really?
Oh.
Do you remember we had a feud with Craig Phillips because of this show?
That was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to go into detail, but local builder Craig Phillips
Yeah.
was not thrilled with our comments.
No, he didn't like the.
He was tagged in an Instagram post, wasn't he?
He was, and then listened to the show.
Yeah.
It was just not very funny.
Yeah,
All right, Craig, sit down.
Dodging Death Brandon over his face, wasn't it?
I don't get it. Okay, so got that one correct.
Yes, you got that one correct.
Yes.
So, question 2 of the bonus round.
Yes.
One of Hall and Oates briefly ventured into comedy.
Oh, did a bit of stand-up.
Not stand-up, they were in a comedy show.
Okay.
Yeah, which one?
I don't know. It seems like Daryl was trying to get away, distance himself from Oates.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go Daryl again. What do you think, Paul? I'm going to let you join back in.
Yeah, I was going to say it.
No, that's a question the credibility of the game of the host.
It's a good job you did get the last one right because I haven't had a clue. I'll be honest, I'd completely forgot the
Your
first
knowledge
names.
of Hall and Oates has been quite good so
We're
far.
quite staggering, really.
I couldn't tell you the first names, and that was one of the questions. So. John and Darren?
No, Daryl.
Daryl.
I've said Daryl so many times.
So are you going Daryl again?
I agree
I'm
with
going to go
Daryl.
Daryl again.
That is incorrect on this
Who
occasion.
did you go for?
Daryl.
Why did you stick with Daryl, Paul?
Why? Because you said it.
I guess so, and I've been doing well. Fine.
Yeah, on this occasion, you're unfortunately
apology.
incorrect.
Okay.
Yeah, it is Oates.
I could bring it all back.
You could win the final one. Yeah, Oates was in Garfunkel and Oates, whatever that show, a comedy show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't mean to question your facts here, but
he's got
I
two.
think Garfunkel and Oates is a double act of two women who do stand up.
Yes, but Oates was in episode 2.
Oh, he appeared.
He wasn't the Oates in Garfunkel and Oates. I imagine it was probably a joke in the episode.
Right.
Yeah. I've not seen it. He was only in one episode.
Well, I'm assuming then Oates must be like the shittier one of the two, because Art Garfunkel's the shittier one of, Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel.
Oh,
so that's why they paired.
That's the joke of
that's
the
joke, maybe.
That's the joke of the block. That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm growing my hair out currently, and I'm naturally very curly, and I've hit a kind of middle stage at the minute where I look a bit like Art Garfunkel, and that's not what I'm going for.
Yeah, but Art Garfunkel's hairline was horribly receding now, so I feel like
that's true.
The transplant
Thank God
has
for my
corrected that. So you have
maybe Art Garfunkel looks on with envy.
Is that way we're not recording in
it is
invisible today?
Yeah. I'll be wearing a hat in the next video on with Paul Simon's face on.
So you ready for the final question of the bonus
Final
round?
question,
Trying to
okay.
bring it round.
Maybe this is a winner takes all.
Winner takes all.
Oh.
Okay. So, one of Hall and Oates has admitted to having a passing interest in the occultist Aleister Crowley, named wickedest man on the planet.
Named wickedest man on the planet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a Satanist.
Right.
Yeah. So,
But then again, aren't we all?
which one of the two?
I think Oates went off the rails a bit by the sounds of it, so I'm going to say Oates. Paul?
I'll go the other one.
Daryl?
Daryl.
At the last gasp.
Oh,
of the game,
no.
Paul has won.
Brought it back.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it was Daryl Hall apparently had it's a one line on his Wikipedia page, but
Did you add it?
No
No citation.
Yeah, he had a passing interest in the occultist Aleister Crowley. That's it. That's all he's got to say about that. I feel there's a lot more to unpack about that subject, but
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there should be a whole section of the Wikipedia page devoted to that, but unfortunately, it's yet to be edited.
Oh dear.
So if anyone knows more about
we'd love to find out.
Hall's affiliation with Aleister Crowley, the Satanist, then, do edit the page.
Yeah.
And that is the end of the feature.
Oh, that was good then.
Well done, Ryan.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Paul, you eventually won. Paul and Oates. I'll be saying that's what happened at the end of that. That was the outcome.
I guess so.
I'm happy
You've
to
done
take-
so well, and then Paul sort
I'm
of...
happy
I
to
kind
take
of
the
threw it
victory.
away at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah. If we're creating a narrative for the feature, it was that. if we're doing a match report of Paul and Oates.
I want to hear what Gary Lineker's got to say about it. Yeah, good feature that, Ryan.
Thank you.
The Satanism actually is quite apt since it's like Halloween in a few days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans for it?
Well, we once committed to on the show doing a Shiverpool walk.
Yeah,
tour,
we did,
and we
yeah.
never did do that. So that could potentially be a thing.
We should do that, but also like, a maze where people jump out.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're really fun.
I've never done one.
Oh, let's do it.
Ask Josh to do it for me.
Oh, fine.
I do not see the point in paying to be scared.
We'll get a bit
I
of-
won't even go and see scary films. I didn't like it.
Didn't you like it?
I found that scary.
Oh,
It was scary though. That's the
that's
point.
the point.
Yeah, it's a horror.
Yeah.
No, I don't see the point in being scared. I really don't.
Oh, no, I
think
really
it's-
like it.
No, I hate
No.
it.
Put the willies up me.
Oh,
Julian Clare, you gagged the episode.
Oh, I jumped on that.
No.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
my Halloween, I would much prefer me and Hannah going pumpkin picking.
No.
Much more
that
me.
sounds very wholesome.
Yeah,
therefore.
that is much more me.
Very hallmark Halloween. there.
Pumpkin picking over Shiverpool all day.
Do you dress up for the immersive experience?
Well, I don't know, because they might then think that you're part of the act.
Oh yeah, you end up working. Okay, that was a nightmare. That.
The one I've done before, I was just dressed, I was dressed as Stephen Williams Jr.
No.
Yeah.
Terrifying
How I
sight that
dress
is.
most days. We might, our Insta stories might be filled with with spooks.
It'd be spooktacular.
Spooked, yeah. Oh, there's a thing actually called Halloween. And it's like you dress your dogs up as...
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right.
I think that's really good that Brewdog are doing it.
Yeah, I saw I always like this time of year because you see the puns. There's a lot of Halloween puns.
God, they love, they love a Halloween pun.
Cadbury's in particular, I think their marketing department have been very unimaginative this year.
Who? Cadbury's?
Cadbury's, yeah. So they've released cream eggs without like the good bit in them, like the yellow bit.
Oh, yeah.
And they're called goo heads.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you say the good bit?
Yeah. That's the...
I've got to discover Steve.
Oh no!
Yes. So both the white and the yellow, the yolks, and the white part. What's that different name of an egg?
No, I think it's the
yolk and the white and the yolk.
The white and the yolk. Yeah. Right, yeah.
In the cream egg, they taste exactly the same. There's no difference other than the colouring.
I'll be honest, I would have agreed with that.
Well, Ryan's face is saying otherwise.
Ryan's questioning it.
No, I feel there's a blend of flavours, isn't there?
No,
cream egg?
It's a myth. You're placeboing yourself.
I'm gonna try a goo head and try a cream egg, and then I'll see if they taste the same. But anyway, the other thing that they've released is like spooky Oreos.
Yeah,
but it's just Oreos.
It's very lazy.
That's easy.
They should listen to the show, get some pun ideas.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a list the other day on the most devious serial killers,
those prolific
serial killers there have been, and I sent it to you. Did you have a look?
I did, yeah. They sort of formatted it in like a league table, didn't they? And I thought, what a grim day at work for somebody that they've had to research that, and they've had to open up Microsoft Excel to format this spreadsheet, and so deciding the column names as well. And one is like, should we do years active? Yeah, that's probably relevant, isn't it?
Years active, I thought was actually very interesting.
It was a great addition to the table. I mean, because I was looking, when were they operating? And then
well, what I really liked about it was it gave a bit of a synopsis.
Yeah.
So, for instance, it had number 1 most prolific serial killer, Paul, Samuel Little, ex-boxer who preyed on drug addicts. Moving down, Gary Ridgway, truck painter who murdered sex workers in Chicago. So this goes on. Then it gets to Ted Bundy, charismatic killer who escaped prison.
Bundy always gets compliments.
He always gets a compliment.
Ted Bundy. Everyone, whenever there's a profile on him, they ignore the monstrous action. It's like, oh, well, he was handsome and charismatic. It's like, he doesn't deserve the praise. Why do you have to be a bit nice to him? It's like,
tell you what, he'd be a great dinner party guest.
He was charming though, wasn't he? It's like, you don't have to say it every time. No. They like to call Hitler a creative. It's like, no, we focus on
artist Adolf Hitler.
We focus on his dark things because they were way worse. You don't need to praise him as well.
Talented oil painter,
anti-fox hunter.
Unfortunately, not very talented. That's
animal rights activist.
You don't need to be kind to Ted Bundy. It's like,
no, they don't.
Yeah, he was awful.
Yeah. Well, the other one under Ted Bundy is John Wayne Gacy, amateur clown who killed teenage boys and young men in Chicago. He must think, God, I was in that costume once. It was Halloween.
Have you ever done a Halloween fancy dress?
I've only ever done it twice in my life.
What were you?
One time I was a devil.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, fully committed with like the red.
Like a slutty one? Or...
Yeah. I was a naughty devil.
Apparently, like slutty is now like the scary, scary theme of Halloween.
I was on a Halloween
with Ryan's chest.
I was on a Halloween costume website, and there was a whole subsection devoted to sexy costumes.
Really?
Yeah, it had its own URL and everything.
So you went as the devil, and the other one was what?
The other one was it was as I was coming closer to a teenager, and I just put a Scream mask on for trick-or-treating.
Oh, that's phoning it in a bit.
Yeah, it was no effort whatsoever.
Oh, right.
This was not when he was approaching teenager. This was 100% last.
Yeah, I was crouching down. I was like, you're a bit tall, aren't aren't you?
And the shoes on.
They've never said that to me.
Yeah, you'd still get away with trick or treat, and that's one of the advantages.
Yeah,
of,
it's true. Yeah,
of the height.
yeah. I get my dad to go around with me as well. He stands at the edge of the driveway.
Say thank you, Stephen.
Just one, take one. Are you going to get dressed up, Paul?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm
I
not
feel
a
like if you
fancy
hate it that
dresser.
much, you're going to just be in bed at. Well, 7's your usual time.
Yeah, normally, yeah.
normal life for me.
yeah.
No,
So luckily you record me 4/7. Lads, you're like yawning.
Oh, I've yawned many times during this podcast. Don't worry.
Oh God, we are back.
No, me and Hannah will probably take my nephew trick or treating just for the excuse of going to get some sweets. But
Yeah.
Are you doing any dress up this year, Ryan?
Well, I've not. Like I said, I've not really committed to the fancy dress for years now. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Are you going to
this
bring it
year-
back?
This year? I might.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you coming back as?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sort of debating my outfit choices. I don't think I can go for one of the sexy things.
No, I think sexy nurse should be the one.
Yeah.
Do you think I could pull off a sexy nurse?
Oh, I think so.
Showing a bit of brain.
So, what would you have in mind?
I actually don't know. know. Yeah, because I was browsing through this Halloween costume website, and it's the unbelievably pricey. So there was you could go as an inflatable
So we've set
hippo.
up a GoFundMe, everybody.
Yeah, you want to see me as an inflatable hippo? It's £45 that costume was.
Really?
I mean, who's
But then,
paying
is it
that?
not just worth renting the costume?
I know. Yeah, well, but could I rent an inflatable hippo costume? Not that I'm going to go as an inflatable hippo. That was just one. That
I
caught
think
me
so.
eye.
I hired a pantomime cow once.
What for?
So I study film and TV production. And one of them was an advert for Daz.
Oh,
Well, an advert for something, and I chose Daz.
Yeah,
And
you chose Daz.
yeah,
Was it like out of all the options you chose Daz, or was did they narrow it down for you?
I think I plucked Daz out of the.
You plucked Daz.
Well, Daz is quite big at the time. Anyway,
Daz got big at the time.
we're running out of time, fellas. So we can't.
Daz.
Anyway, I didn't get a great mark. All right.
Hence the magic stuff.
Yeah. So I hired a pantomime cow costume, and it was like, legit. There was someone in the arse end, and there was someone in the front.
Oh.
Yeah. The other people in my class didn't appreciate it.
Why is that relevant to Daz?
Well, because it was the cow had got itself dirty in the mud.
Oh.
And then the cow went through like a massive box of Daz. It sounds so shit now.
I mean, yeah.
So the cow like paraded forward.
Yeah.
It walked through the box.
It moved.
And
Oh, God. If I didn't tell that musical theatre joke early on, that could be the best joke of the episode.
And when it came out the other side, it was sparkling.
Oh.
Tell you what I'll do. Oh, God. I'll put this on the Instagram page.
You can tell we're struggling with content.
Yeah. Were you in the? Did you go in? Were you one of the two in the cow?
No, I wasn't, no.
No, okay.
No.
You're
I
100%
was the
arsehole.
director.
The auteur.
We might have to wrap this up, fellas. Yeah. Have you got time for a quick Discover Steve?
Yes.
Ryan, what is your fact while Paul frantically searches?
So my fact, my Discover Stay is related to Liverpool, because
Okay.
there was a band from Liverpool we don't really talk about.
No,
Yeah.
we're very humble in that sense, aren't we?
Yeah, but I discovered a fact about the Beatles.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realise that the name the Beatles was a pun.
What?
Like beat, it's spelt like beat, like a drum beat.
Oh. I mean, I also didn't know that, but I just find it quite a disappointing fact.
I know, yeah, but like you think we've just sort of taken for granted that, isn't it? It's like,
I guess
like
so.
they don't really question why they're called that, or it's spelt that way.
Well, it's like
Actually, that's true. Why do we ever question that?
Yeah. It's like why are they called the Beatles, and it's also based on like the beat poets and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it works on.
I did not know
a couple
this.
levels. Oh, well, that was interesting. But
Yeah.
my Discover Steve would be if you were sticking with the Beatles theme, the cavern which people often visit when they come to Liverpool. What isn't the original cavern? They knocked the original ones
Oh,
out.
I knew that.
yeah.
I knew that.
And then
Yeah,
realised
it's over the road, isn't it?
Yeah, realised that they can make loads of money on the back of the Beatles stuff and rebuilt it over the road. So literally, anyone who wants to travel to Liverpool and come and see the cavern, you might as well just go to a normal pub. You are wasting your time.
Yeah, that's not on Matthew Street as well. Matthew Street's terrible.
Yeah.
Bit
don't
of
go
local
to
knowledge there.
All right, Frank Carlisle, calm down.
Frank Carlisle.
That's an incredibly niche local historian.
Yeah. As you were skitting me for going into local knowledge, you said you pull out Frank Carlisle.
Well, this fact is also intertwined with some good news. Tokyo is the world's largest city with 37 million inhabitants. Good news. I've just booked another 3 weeks around Japan in January. More Japan anecdotes coming, everybody. Yes. Lots of Asian stories to tell you about.
This is the last episode of Dodging Death, everyone.
Right, that is it. Thank you for listening, Paul. Good to have you back.
Thank you. Nice to be back.
Do give us a 5-star review on iTunes. Give us a follow on Instagram. The address, Paul.
At Dodging Death Podcast.
Go to our website for just general details, which is Ryan.
dodgingdeathpodcast.com.
And learn Spanish.
Yes.
With a 7-day free trial for our listeners. How do they do that, Ryan?
Through
Spanish.
Yes.
Dot.
Oh, Spanish.dodgingdeathpodcast.com.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry. What's the thing called?
Oh, it directs you to Ripe.
Ripe.
Yeah. And very good. 30 minutes every day with a native Spanish speaker. That's it. I will see you next week.
See you next week.
Adios.
Oh!
Working already.
Come back next week and tell us what that meant.
Dodging Death homework, yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at Dodging Death Podcast.